short, so we're going to run straight through. So I'll now invite Dr. Bolu Wang. She leads the Green Finance Innovation and Standardization Program at the Research Center for Green Finance Development at Tsinghua National Institute of Financial Research, and is the technical expert coordinating the taxonomy working group of the International Platform on Sustainable Finance, but most importantly is the convener of the Terminology Ad Hoc Group at TC322. Bolu.
Hi, thank you, Peter. It's my pleasure. I'm also, as convener of ISO TC322 Terminology Group, I'm also a technical expert member of IPSF and also supporting the G20 sustainable finance work. And first of all, I would like to thank you for sitting down and spending time with me today to review the milestone achievements by the Terminology Group, and more importantly, think hard on how we can finance for sustainability. I've been working in sustainable finance area for about 10 years, and during the past decade, it is exciting to observe that sustainable finance has officially gone mainstream, as more and more stakeholders are engaged in sustainable finance conversations. Aligning everybody's understanding of the key concepts is the essential for enabling effective collaboration across sectors, functions, and regions. According to various studies, lack of agreement around terminology and definitions causes confusion, stifles professional efforts, and threatens market integrity. Under this context, we established terminology expert group since 2019 to look into the feasibility of standardizing sustainable finance terminology, and produced a comprehensive document to share our findings and pave a clearer way towards terminology using normative standards. In the next few slides, I would explain the key elements and features of ISO TR 32220 that will be published in August, and we'll also share our views on future directions. Next slide, please. So the re-establishment of working group by G20 indicates global-wide interest in developing sustainable finance. Given the dynamic development of financial practices, Terminology Group aims to provide a non-exhaustive list of key terms and initiatives that are in common use in the global community of sustainable finance. This document can be used as a handbook by government regulators, industrial corporations, investors, entrepreneurs, IOs, and researchers. Next slide, please. With over 30 expert members from finance, sustainability, and industries, we set up the following selection criteria, which help us screen out around 110 key items. Here I list some example basic concepts included, such as sustainable finance, climate finance, social finance, microfinance, etc., etc. I also want to point out that we listed initiatives which already made well-known contributions to sustainable finance standardization. You will find that a lot of them are contributors to the collected items, and this list is of course dynamic. We're following the emerging of global initiatives, such as the Sustainable Standard Board proposed by FRS. Once the standard document is widely adopted by the financial world, it will likely be considered in our list. And any relevant standard makers are welcome to contact us and propose new items matching up to our selection criteria. Next slide, please. I would like to introduce the structure of the document. This is what makes this document special compared to glossaries. To help readers with different background understand the fundamental building blocks of sustainable finance system, we divided the terms into 5 big sections. They are basic concepts, principles, guidelines, and regulations, financial products and services, verification, reporting, and disclosure, and lastly, international initiatives and organizations. For each item, useful information includes terms and definitions, further details, mainly some financial insights, and the original source. This does not only give the readers one term, but also a lead if they want to dig deeper on one item. Here I listed climate-related risk and ASEAN Green Bond Standard as example. In the further details, We explain why the climate-related risk is relevant to finance. And in the further detail of ASEAN Green Bond Standard, we explain its connection with the Green Bond Principle developed by ICMA. To conclude, the TR 3220 is a handy document that can be used as a guidebook for anyone who wants to navigate the maze of proliferating jargons and rules, at least not as confused as before reading this document. Next slide, please. During the process, we received strong support from other ISO technical committees sharing common views on ISO's role. I would like to thank all ISO colleagues who provided feedbacks during drafting of the document. Next slide, please. And finally, there are, of course, gaps to be addressed during the whole sustainable finance area. I just listed a few identified, and hopefully we can address them together in the coming years. After publication in August, the group will be upgraded to a task group tracking development of sustainable finance and use of terms. Our plan is to establish subgroups tracking different key topics, preparing for normative standards. Again, you are welcome to browse our website and contact us for proposal, or just Google TC322. Thank you very much. I will end here.